we're looking at Section 23 of the Education Act. I've already read through the entire Education Act and have it recorded as a different video, but right now we're looking at the fines and penalties. Whether you're a teacher, a principal, or any other person working in a school, when the education officer comes to do their inspection, you ensure that you comply and allow them to do their work. Now, here, subsection 1 says it shall be lawful for any person authorized in that behalf by an educational board, which person herein refers to as an attendance officer, at any time between the hours of 7 o'clock in the morning and 6 o'clock in the evening, on any day, to enter any premises and to make inquiries as may be necessary to determine the provision of Section 21 or 22. That means they're looking to see the records of the school to show whether, to determine whether there is any child who fails to attend the school regularly, and to see if the school is maintaining a register of attendance and other information on each child, and if necessary to serve on any person a notice under Section 22 or 24. For example, an attendance notice on the parent, giving them 2 weeks to start sending their child to school regularly. Now, every attendance officer shall be furnished with a certificate of authorization by the educational board. Now, that certificate shows that they are authorized to come and do their inspection, and he shall, if required to do so, produce to the occupier his certificate. Now, any person who assaults or obstructs any attendance officer while such attendance officer is acting pursuant to any powers vested in him by this act, that means if the principal or any person instructs the watchman or the security guard to lock the gate and lock out that attendance officer, or having been requested by the attendance officer, or it could be to prevent them, block them from entering the office or any room where the record should be stored, right? Or having been requested by any attendance officer to give any information, whether on the name, age, resident, parent, employment, or attendance at school of any child, if you fail to hand over those records or knowingly gives any attendance officer false or misleading information, then you have penalties to pay. If you do any of those things, you shall be guilty of an offense against this section, notwithstanding that any child in relation to whom such offense is alleged to have been committed is not of compulsory school age. Now, that means even if the child is less than 3 years old, but you still choose to register the child in the school, you should have these records on the child just the same. Right? The compulsory school age is 3 years old and up. Now, here, if you violate this act and are guilty of such offense, then you shall be liable on summary conviction before a resident magistrate to a fine not exceeding $40. So ensure that if you commit any of these acts and are hauled before the court, make sure you have your $40 to pay the fine. Whether you want to pay it as two $20 coins, or four $10 coins, or eight $5 coin, you have to pay your fine. Or here, it doesn't outline a term of imprisonment. You're lucky. But ensure that you have the $40 to pay. Alright? Ensure that.